at Alan Dillon's office. We're standing outside again today. This is polling day, where you go to cast your vote, and I suppose it's obvious that our family, the Burke family, couldn't cast a vote for Alan Dillon or Lisa Chambers, Fianna Fáil or Fine Gael. That would be an insult to our son, our talented, well-educated, respectful, sincere son, Enoch Burke, who has been locked up in a cell in Mountjoy prison for almost 500 days, simply because he has a religious belief, genuinely held religious belief, and he will not promote an anti-Christian ideology. That's as simple as that. He's in prison today. He's imprisoned. He's in Mountjoy prison because the Ireland of today, thanks to our government, along with the Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil judges working together, and the church silent, that's the reason he's locked up in Mountjoy prison. They're pushing an anti-Christian ideology in our schools, right across the country. Everywhere you work, you have to wear the lanyard.
Yes.
You have to promote LGBTQ plus an anti-Christian ideology. They're not compatible. Christianity and LGBTQ plus transgender ideology not compatible with Christian belief. And this is what Alan Dillon, Lisa Chambers, and I don't see anybody having that courage to come out and to exalt religious belief.
Yes.
That thing that keeps us from a dictatorship.
Indeed, yes.
And you know, thank God for our Christian belief. And I do want to give a special thanks today to one candidate, only one, but that is Jerry Loftus. And Jerry did come out, and he did speak to the Connacht Telegraph, and he did speak to RTE. I haven't spoken to him. He hasn't spoken to our family. He hasn't asked for our vote, and I want to thank him for doing that. And here we are. It's an absolute disgrace that we have to beg to be allowed to live if we have a Christian belief. It's an absolute scandal.
And when we came to this place, to Alan Dillon's office, to Lisa Chambers' office, only a couple of weeks ago, to simply ask a question about that new definition of gender, multiple genders other than male or female, the Gardaí were called and we were threatened with arrest simply for asking a question. And that's the type of police state, sadly, that Alan Dillon appears and Lisa Chambers appear to promote and want for our country. A chilling place.
That's what happened. We simply wanted to go in there and ask Alan why he hadn't answered 11 days, just a reply, an acknowledgement. There wasn't anything.
Thank you very much.
And instead of that, the place was flooded with guards. I was in Dublin yesterday to see my son. I had to call the guards. I thank God that an ambulance did come and lift a young man who was unconscious on the pavement. I went in to call the guards. I went in to see my son. When I came back, the fire brigade and the ambulance had come to lift him off the streets like an animal. We were surrounded as we walked to Mountjoy with drug addicts and others begging us for help.
Thank you very
that
much.
is the Ireland of Simon Harris. Simon Harris, Micheál Martin, and I don't even want to mention the Greens. A despicable party. But that is what they've left us with. And Helen McEntee, sadly to say, it's a disgrace that she has been a Justice Minister. She has no answers to the problems. Only her answer is more guards and more prison space. No help for these down and outs, for families that are ruined with drugs. You didn't hear a word of it in the debates. Not a word.
No.
Not a word of the high rates of suicide in our country. Drugs that are flooding every town, village and city. Not a word in the debates. But Helen's answer and Simon's answer, and it appears that Alan and Lisa's answer, more guards and more prison space. In other words, a police state. That's what you're voting for, a police state. Don't ask any questions. Do what you're told. A police state.
Yes,
no,
indeed.
thank you.